Well, great win tonight for our crew. Talked a lot about what it was going to take in order to beat a more athletic, bigger Rutgers team, and there were two keys. The first one was transition defense, and the second one was that we had to drive back, we had to box out, and not give up second and third chance points. And so give our kids just a tremendous amount of credit for sticking with the game plan. They didn't get a lot of runouts, which was important, but more important than that, I think they had 2 offensive rebounds in the first half, which was crucial. I thought we did a sound job defensively, but we're really good on the defensive boards, and did a nice job of just really limiting, them with high percentage putbacks. So great win for our program, great win for those players, and we got it from a lot of different players, although it might not, some of it may not maybe you can't find it on the stat sheet, but I thought Kim Royster had a lot of great minutes for us tonight, did some nice things. Obviously Carly was big. You got Cahill and Buss that are a little under the weather tonight, but other than that, it was a great team win.
You talk about not giving up second chance points. It seemed a lot of their shots initially were just jump shots. I mean, were you kind of content to have them take those?
We were. Copper is terrific. She has a terrific mid-range game, as she showed. The biggest thing is we needed to keep Skate, their leading scorer, pretty quiet. So we really wanted to pack it in and make them a jump shooting team in hopes that they missed a few shots and we could get the rebounds that we needed to. And so, like I said, that was the game plan going in. We knew that we were going to have to be able to, especially with Holloway and how big she is. That's a tough matchup, for any of our post players. And again, she was 6 for 9. She had a terrific night. But that's a tough job inside. So give Jen and Kim Royster credit. Just trying to, anytime she caught it in the second half, we were trying to rake down and really clog up the middle to make it hard for her. Certainly going into it, we wanted them to be jump shooters.
You talked about coming into the game that you're going to have to take a lot of pull-ups and you weren't going to be able to drive on Holloway's because of her size. I mean, how do you think your team hit shots?
Did you ask Tyra that? About taking the ball to the rack?
She got
yeah, so we talked about that, and sometimes again, you don't want your players to be passive. You really don't. And the best thing about Tyra is her willingness and her guts that she has to put the ball on the deck and try to get to the hoop. But she got a couple of those shots blocked tonight. And we talked about mid-range game. I thought we got great shots in the first half, and again, we didn't shoot it great tonight. 35, 36%, or 35%, from the field. But I still felt like in that first half, in particular, we went into the locker room and just talked to the kids about we're getting great shots. We've got to be shot ready in the second half. Those shots that we missed in the second half, we're going to go down. We kind of still struggled, but obviously Carly got pretty hot and heated up there when we needed to. They started to climb back into the lead. And she had that knockdown in transition, which gave us some momentum, and I think gave her team a lot of confidence.
This is the first time this team has been over 500 in the Big Ten halfway through a conference season in 6 years. What does that just say about the place this team is at?
Well, I hope that they're a confident group. We've worked extremely hard. There's been some peaks and valleys for sure. I know that if you probably ask them, there's 2 in my mind that we think we gave away, and we should have won those both on the road. But at any rate, the past is a past. We move forward, and as I mentioned to the kids the last couple days, you can't get caught up in public opinion. You don't get caught up in the standings. You just put your head down and you continue to work and improve, and that's the only thing that we focused on was tonight's game. In our last 2 days of prep, and now we'll be happy with this one tonight, and then tomorrow becomes our prep for Maryland, and that's the next most important game, and then we go from there.
Carly said, it's nice to know that they're getting better at defense and they're getting results. How much pride do you take in winning a game, primarily on the defensive end?
Well, anybody that, was here from the beginning when we arrived knows that, I'm pretty defensive minded, and it's something that our kids have bought into. Where we've made our most strides, our most improvement, I think, is in our zone. And not that, and again, I prefer to play man-to-man, but there are just some matchups that zone works better for us. But what's exciting for me and for our staff is that if we have to be sound in man-to-man, we've shown that we can do that. And now if we have to be sound in our zone, we can do that as well. I think our kids are getting more comfortable with zone. And when I say kids, the kids coming off the bench, like the Kim Roysters, that it's really important when we go to our bench and we get Jen out, because Jen's so good in the back of that zone that Kim can come in and she knows the rotations. She knows where she's supposed to be, and Jess Walters. And so those kids that are coming off the bench, we've all improved in our zone, but it's really benefiting right now a kid like Kim Royster, who is still young and trying to catch up with the pace of the game, but also trying to be able to go from man-to-man to zone. And that's a switch you got to flip pretty quickly, and be able to be really good in both of them. So give our kids credit. I think they have a lot of confidence in what we can do defensively, and primarily that's because we've had to fight our way back. We've been down, and defense is the reason why we've won the close games. Defense was the reason we won tonight.
Rutgers started the second half on like a 14-4 run, something like that. What did it take to break that and get the momentum back?
I had to look, on film, but it just seemed that Copper, obviously, and Holloway, they were started to pound the ball inside. We were still in our zone. It's just that we were some slippage there. There were some missed coverages. Copper got really hot around that high post area, and then she just started being more aggressive, which we warned our kids. Coach Stringer is a Hall of Fame coach. There's no question in our minds that she probably went in there and lit those kids up like a Christmas tree, as far as their effort and their energy level and wanting that to change in the second half. That's a veteran team. That's 4 seniors and a junior out there on the floor, and so we were not surprised. We knew that they were going to make a run. We didn't want it to be as significant as it was, but give our kids credit for not really. We didn't give up the lead. We just kind of tried to chip away. I thought we had some miscues there offensively too. We had some careless turnovers that we didn't get possessions or even looks at the basket, which is kind of frustrating. But like I said, give our kids credit for not giving up the lead and then finding, just kind of chipping away and trying to build that lead. But obviously I thought, once Carly hit that 3, and then I think Cahill came down and hit a 3, and then from there it was, we had a lot of momentum on our side.
Thanks, guys.
Anything? Thanks.